What's cracking? Salute to everybody out there. Everybody in the building, man. George Dogbin. KB Killer. Gal Schmerlo. Where are those missing men? What do you mean? Oh, come on. White men fair. They still out there, man, stirring up trouble. Them the ones protesting against DC, against the National Guard, man. They just got a new cause, man. They still out there. Salute to everybody out there, man, in the building, man. Yeah, man. Had to get some rest last night, man. Had to get some sleep, man. Had to get some sleep, some good shut-eye, man. Had to rest my eyelids, man. Last night, man. Yeah, share the show, man. Share the link. Shout out to L.A. Ramon, man. Crook County in the building. The real Quito. Ex-Chicago Glacier Glider. Yeah, share the show. We're not trying to get 10 people to share the show today, man. 10 people, man. 10 people to share this thing, man. We are in the building. All right. It's a lot going on, man. Let me tell you that, man. There's a lot going on, Jack. Everybody try to figure out why this son man did that shit, man. Blacks trying to make it like it ain't about race. How dare you? How dare you insinuate that it could be about race? You're racist. Literally. How could you insinuate this is about race? You're racist.
Let them ladies sit on their seat.
My bag is sitting right there. My bag is sitting there. Man, I'm having a day. I don't care that baby is sitting in her stomach. The baby is fine. It's sitting in the stomach.
Wow.
It's fine.
Man,
hey,
you know what?
baby.
You can take
that baby's fine. See, and she fine too. She fine. My bag needs to be sitting there. Oh my God.
Don't
This is not my bag.
What are you?
I need you to pick that up. I'm gonna pick that bag up. Pick my bag up. After you pick your hat up, but pick my bag up first.
Where you going? You should understand.
You this lady back daddy.
You should understand these bags.
You this lady back daddy. Why you care?
I know.
Why you care?
But she's a woman like
I
you.
don't care.
Oh, guys,
What's the
enough
matter?
already. It's
You know
only
what?
it's a seat.
That's right.
Here's your
Put
bag.
my bag right
Here's your
there.
bag. Where you
I'm
are.
bag there.
And I'm gonna get here. You can leave your bag there. Yes, of course.
Look, I got time for this. I don't even care what kind of suit you wear. Looking like a toy soldier. About my seat right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Dang,
Yeah.
dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you pay a massage? Do you pay a ticket for your bag? Do you pay a ticket for your bag?
No,
I don't care about no tickets.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
no,
care
no.
about no tickets.
No.
Y'all got money. We don't put our bags on the
Oh
floor.
my gosh.
Okay, you understand?
Is this a skit? It seemed kind of like a skit, man. There's no violence. Where's the violence, man? The sister would have been got violent by now. This looked like a skit. Elon Musk dropped this today. He said, this is from the old DC police chief, the one before this chick took over. The average homicide suspect has been arrested 11 times prior to them committing a homicide. That is a problem. That is a problem. We need to keep violent people in jail.
Guns off the street. What we got to do, if we really want to see homicides go down, is keep bad guys with guns in jail. Because when they're in jail, they can't be in community shooting people. So when people talk about what we're going to do different or what we should do different, what we need to do different, that's the thing that we need to do different. We need to keep violent people in jail. Right now, the average homicide suspect has been arrested 11 times prior to them committing a homicide. That is a problem. That is a problem. Guns off the street. What we got.
Yeah, that's insane. That's just like the guy who killed the Ukrainian refugee, man. Arrested 14 times. Arrested 14 times. God, dog. So you get arrested 11 times, average times, before you commit a felony. That's crazy. It says Charleston White gets chased off an HBCU campus. Holy moly. Let's see this.
With each other. Why? Because all they're going to do is argue and squabble. When they get through arguing, squabbling, and debate, they ain't going to build nothing. They're not going to produce nothing. They're not going to manufacture nothing. They're not going to create nothing. So why you talk to black people? All y'all debate for. All y'all debate for. Get some goddamn money. Damn about my people. Mr. White. The white fuck my people. I don't give a damn about my people. You right there, bro. You right here. Charles. They wasted my time bringing me here. They wasted my motherfucking time. Damn, man. Fucking with me about my people. Y'all don't even care about y'all people. Go talk to your grandmama then. They wasting my time. Fuck racism. I don't believe in racism. Get that card to Mr. White. Hanging with each other. Why?
Make sure you support the channel, man. Take the $5, the $10, the $20 challenge. Support the channel. Daytime stream in the building, full effect. We in the building. You know, I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get back to that right there. I got some other stuff that I wanted to show y'all. Jeez. It's crazy, man.
When confronted by officers, she was warned that her refusal could lead to arrest, ultimately resulting in her being taken into custody.
Ma'am, you need to go. If you make us arrest you, they're going to not let you come back in the library. If you get up and walk out, you just got to go for the day. Yeah.
Okay. So you get up and leave now,
Or what?
or I take you to jail.
Okay.
Okay, stand up. Turn her up.
Put your hands behind your back.
Get off me.
Given the choice between leaving or going to jail, she chose going to jail.
Get off me and go get my.
Not getting enough.
Nah.
The woman insisted to be taken to the hospital allegedly so they wouldn't check for a warrant.
They're taking me to the hospital or what?
You need to go?
So are they gonna take me to the hospital? Yeah, take me to the medical hospital then. If that's what you're gonna do. You gonna transport me to the hospital? No, I'm just saying. I ain't got no warrants or nothing. Okay. Is that an ambulance or what? If there ain't a warrant for my arrest, why they not medically transporting me to the hospital to be seen?
Gentlemen, 160 years. Was it worth it?
Hey y'all, this how the Chipotle workers is. She threw away my food because I told her employees was moving too slow. She threw away my food, spent my whole break in this line. Got right here, she threw away my food because she's a fucked up ass manager.
Hit the thumbs up button if you think this girl deserves Employee of the Month.
You're a fucked up ass manager. That's why your establishment is the way it is now. TikTok. Yeah. Yup. Let that shit go viral. How about that?
If you look into her eyes, you can see the fatigue is real in her.
So.
And here we are witnessing Tyrone's first act of vandalism. Bravo, sir.
So.
Get out.
They letting their kid have a temper tantrum by knocking everything off the shelves. Imagine what other stuff he does if he acts like this. Imagine what other stuff he's being allowed to do.
So.
And they're teaching them, hey, this ain't our stuff. We don't care. They're teaching, the lesson here is, so we don't care. This ain't our stuff. You can destroy it. You ain't hurting us. That's the lesson. Press 1.
Kid is doomed, man. Imagine being a parent and being proud of your kid doing this. We're not the same.
Let's get you some pepperoni. Nice pepperoni pizza, guys. Hot honey ranch?
Yes.
Okay. Here you go. Would you like a drink?
Yes.
See, guys, that's what we deal with around here. Sometimes people are super disrespectful. You're not going to be getting food again. That's what sometimes we deal around over here.
Stereotypes and hate are earned, not given. This is absolute primate behavior. My man needs to stop feeding the wildlife in the neighborhood.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for
I didn't know we were supposed to throw them away.
Step out your or you're gonna get put on the ground. Please. Get off of me.
That is a female. Look what he's doing. He's going to get out of the car.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Step over here.
Or you're gonna get put on the ground. Please.
Step over here. Or you're also going to get arrested. Stop. Don't touch. Back up. I'm not doing that. Back up.
Step out.
Get off of me.
Step
You
out.
off the phone. Back up. Back up. He doesn't have to do anything. She's a female.
In a second.
Right,
grab her arm.
Get out of the car. She will. Get out of the car.
You say, just move away. Let me tell you something, man. In my travels up and down the East Coast, in a car, okay? In a car. Stopping at McDonald's and fucking gas stations and this, that, and third. Places for my wife to breastfeed the baby. Diaper breaks. Just stopping in a lot of little towns up and down the East Coast. A lot of towns you never even heard of. A lot of exits you pass 1,000 times and never get off of. Niggas are everywhere. Press 1.
She's not. If she wasn't, she would get out.
Get off me. Get off me. Get off me. Get off me.
Step out.
Get off me.
She's gonna get out.
Get off me.
Okay, don't get out.
Get off me.
This is what
Let's do it, y'all. What you doing to her? And I'm still struggling to get me out of here.
If I were the man, I'd keep you on the ground. Let's go.
Get off of me.
Step out.
Okay,
Get off of me.
Step out of the car.
Okay, this one.
No, I'm not going to go over there now. The man had to her last time.
She needs to get out of the car.
So you get out of the car. Don't touch me.
Get back now.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
You're interfering.
Step out.
Get off me. Let me roll my windows up.
Step out.
Let me go. Let me roll my windows up.
You're making this way worse.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Step out.
Get off of me. Get off of me.
Please,
Step
ma'am,
out.
get out of the car.
Step out.
You need to back up. Thank you.
Get off of me. What are you?
Step out.
Back up. I'm not going to tell you again.
You really struggling, bro.
I'm not struggling. I'm trying not to throw you on the ground.
Struggling. Bro, take my keys. Don't give him my keys. Like, you really struggling.
Really trying not to throw you on the ground. I'm really trying not.
I can do it myself. I can do it myself.
Just put your hands behind your back.
Take my phone. Where's your first table?
Can somebody come? Because they're taking her, bro. Like, I'm not. You guys had to make this difficult.
Because you wanted to be shot.
Over there, get out of the situation. She didn't want to cooperate. Done. She'll get it on the paperwork.
I want his badge number right now.
She'll get it on the
I want
paperwork.
his badge number right now.
She'll get it on the paperwork.
I want his badge number right now. I know I have to
Back
get
up.
his badge
She
number.
will get it.
My phone number is 112.
She want the badge number and she ain't gonna do shit with it. It's just like when they say they're gonna pray for you. Like when a black person say, I'm gonna pray for you, man, those just empty words. And I want your badge number. Those are empty words. They're not gonna do anything with the badge number.
The passport. 112. Bro, I want her name and badge number.
All right, turn around.
What do you mean turn around? Get up. You're taking me. Bro, they're taking me.
Stop.
She ended up getting arrested, stupid bitch. Salute to Marble 5 for sharing the stream, man. Everybody share the stream. Appreciate you guys, man. Hit the like button, please. Smash that like button. Take the $5, $10, $20 challenge. Support the channel. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it after this.
Stop. Yeah, I am pregnant. You put me on the floor. I'm going to
stop resisting.
Bro, get the fuck off me, bro.
The hardest part of watching this video was trying to figure out what they were saying. Did anybody understand the words that these two women were using?
Trend where black people are giving shoulders to white people. This lady describes it.
Y'all, it's a shoulder check summer. If white people don't get the fuck out of my way.
So it's shoulder check summer, and here's what that looks like. So this person's in the store, nice white lady, bam, shoulder checked.
Intentional, total shoulder check. There's some people I smiled commenting on Twitter. She was in the way. Let's do more of this. Well, move then. Shit. I'm going to start doing this. Tired of saying, excuse me. This brought me joy. You didn't do enough if you ask me. You know, when they get racially aware of this white versus black and they're obsessing over it, they don't go, man, we need to hire ourselves. We need to go to black-owned restaurants. We need to do this. It's, yeah, punch him. is real like low IQ version of like becoming racially aware, right? Like a Jewish person will be like, well, I like to hire a lot of Jews in my jewelry store. We keep it in the family. My son-in-law works here.
Or though there's a house for sale next door, don't put it on Zillow. I'll find another Jewish family and they can buy it and keep the neighborhood like-minded.
The black version is show to that white bitch.
Do this in my hood, it ain't gonna go well.
No.
You were banned last time, actually. Stay out.
What are you talking about? What manager?
Yeah, because that's you. Because you and on Brito. You and on Brito. You not a fucking You not like a real white guy. You like a on Brito type white dude.
Family and they can buy it and keep the neighborhood like-minded.
The black version is show to that white bitch.
Do this in my hood, it ain't gonna go well.
No. You
were banned last time, actually. Stay out.
What are you talking about? What manager? What store manager? We need to get our stuff.
No, there's no express line.
I need to get my stuff.
No.
Why am I banned?
Little felon Tivius here is gonna be dead by the time he's 20.
He's doing, and you're not doing anything about it. What can I do? If I hit my kid, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna go to jail. You don't come in. This is close.
Bitch, you hit him all the time. Shut the fuck up. You hit that little fucker all the time. Shut the fuck up. Why did she jump to hit him? Why is the only way she can control him with hitting him?
Yeah, you're letting him do this. I'm gonna go to jail. I can't do that. I'm never gonna have my kid. I need to get my stuff. You're not getting anything. No, shut the fuck up! Leave. I can't get my stuff. No, leave. They're not gonna go to another store. Too warm. Don't come back. I was told you come in. Just stop. I'm told what? You're gone.
This is some subhuman parenting. This young boy is unfortunately a lost cause.
You notice personally about the effects of a multicultural society where you're like, I don't want my children to grow up.
The way I see it, different people have different habits. When European civilization encountered sub-Saharan Africa, they didn't have the wheel, they didn't have writing, they didn't have two-story buildings. It's just unfair, really, to expect someone with such a different background, going back thousands of years, to just assimilate immediately into the way that Europeans who have been civilized for millennia do things. If one culture is more violent, yeah, I would prefer not to live in that culture. And I think trying to forcibly integrate everyone together leads to confusion because we don't all have the same standards.
How much is she owe you?
$144.
How you doing, ma'am? Well, I can't see in the car without the light. Can you roll down the window? I can't see inside the car without the light. Ma'am, keep the car in park. Keep the car in park. Keep the car in park. Put the car in park. Put it in park. It's in neutral. You're gonna run my foot over. Give me your license. License. What happened? No, that's all right. Give me your license. Because you are not listening.
I am listening. What I'm saying, sir, the light is right.
Okay, it's not in your eyes. It's not in your eyes.
So, officer, you came here.
Yes, ma'am. You owe them $144. You're the one who started it this way. I didn't start it this way. You started it that way.
Sir, you're being aggressive towards me.
No. You're not listening to me. That's the problem. And I told you I can't see inside the car without the light. All right, ma'am, I'm not going to sit here all day and argue with you. You owe them $144. Yes, that you owe them $144. I'm going to take the side of you owe them $144 and you need to pay them. That's the side I'm taking. Yep. Very simple.
There's no human express, Mr. Vasquez. You came here just to take one person's side.
Ma'am, if you use a service, a garage, you owe them money for your service.
Okay, why did they call you?
I think it's physically impossible for them when they're in these circumstances to just shut the F up.
Because you owe them $144 and you don't want to pay. I'm reasonable. You're unreasonable.
You came here shining a
You're being
flashlight in
unreasonable.
my eyes.
Ma'am, having a flashlight on is not a big deal.
No.
I have a flashlight on.
One time, what happened? You took one person's side. You haven't listened to what the situation
Okay,
is.
because when I came here and started talking to you, you gave me attitude immediately. Immediately, you gave me attitude. I know. I turned a flashlight on to see inside the car. All right, I'm not going to argue all day. $144, right? Ma'am, talk to them and give them the money that you owe them. Ma'am, I suggest you hurry up and figure out how you're going to pay them. Because if not, you're going to go to jail for theft of service. She's going to figure out how to pay them, or she's going to go to jail. It's very simple. Talk to them. Don't talk to me. I don't care. Talk to them. Pay the bill you owe. And she owes you $144.
You owe $144. I said, give me 15 minutes, let me call someone. They asked, if you don't pay, they asked what we were willing to do. I said, give me 15 minutes. We don't have 15 minutes, ma'am. You've been here for 30 minutes. Did your employee not just give me this number? And then that number, did you listen to what I said? That number calls my office, and I'm not there to answer. I don't have it. Okay, so which means if I ask you to give me 15 minutes, let me call around and see what I could do. You should be reasonable. You need to move your vehicle out of the lane for you to.
Man. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also, man, we're looking for 10 people to share this stream. Jeez, Lord. Hamada Bosha. Woo.
New details in a gruesome and tragic double murder that happened in Queens. Police now believe the man in this surveillance video spent 5 hours in the Belrose home of an older couple, then set it on fire knowing that they were inside. Their neighbors called their son an FDNY paramedic, and he is the one who discovered his parents dead. It's tragic. The killer.
Look at this nigga. Look at that nigga. That's a nigga. A big, tall, lanky, old nigga. Burn them 2 people up. Listen, man, this story need to go viral. I've been doing these stories for all this time, man. I'm glad to see that everybody's starting to get on these stories. I've done 20,000 of these stories since I've been on YouTube. I'm happy to see that it's a wave now. Everybody's starting to do this type of content. It's like watching your little babies grow up and shit. Yeah, this happened today. This is absolutely unconscionable to set 2 senior citizens on fire when you could have just robbed them, took the stuff, and been off about your business. And even if you would have gotten caught, you would have got a slap on the wrist. It's New York. He acting like he was going to do a life sentence if he got caught. If he got caught, he would have fucking gone to jail, got released the next day, and had a court date in fucking January or something. Upon which time they would have fucking rescheduled another court date for May. And then the trial would have been in fucking June. And he would have got like probation or something, or ankle monitor. Instead, he wanted to kill these people. And their son had to come home and find them dead. Support the channel, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, with a super chat. Take the $5 challenge, the $10 challenge, or the $20 challenge. We are in the building.
New details in a gruesome and tragic double murder that happened in Queens. Police now believe the man in this surveillance video spent 5 hours in the Belrose home of an older couple, then set it on fire knowing that they were inside. Their neighbors called their son an FDNY paramedic, and he is the one who discovered his parents dead. It's tragic. The killer is still on the run. Here is Eyewitness News reporter Jayesh Patel.
Good afternoon. A house fire turned into a double homicide investigation when the bodies of a man and woman were found inside of this home. The details we're learning are gruesome. This morning, the NYPD says they're looking for the suspect they say intentionally set the home on fire. The NYPD is looking for this man who they say set a home on fire in broad daylight, killing a 77-year-old man and a 78-year-old woman. He was last seen wearing jeans and a black jacket, baseball hat, and shoes holding a duffel bag. Detectives believe he spent 5 hours in the victim's home, likely searching for something to steal before setting it on fire. One woman says her father saw the suspect walking around the neighborhood within the past weeks.
Very chilly. It's scary. It's some random.
They saw the nigga walking around the last week. They saw this nigga walking around the neighborhood the last week. At this point, okay, you scared of being racist, you die. Die, not a racist. Press 1. Die not being racist. At this point now, it just die. Okay, die not being racist. We can't have sympathy on you. Because listen, I can't be more outraged than you. I can't be more outraged than you. You wanna prove to everybody you're not racist by calling out. You see this nigga walking around your neighborhood for a week. You never seen him before, and all of a sudden he just milling around the neighborhood, and you ain't never called the police to report a strange guy. Because what happens is the police come up to him and say, "Hey man, we got calls about you." This nigga will most likely go somewhere else. Press 1. This nigga will most likely be like, "Shit, it's hot around here. This motherfucker done called the police on me. Police watching me. I gotta get the fuck up out of here. They done took my name." Because the police gonna ask him for his ID and they're gonna copy down his information. Even if they don't arrest him. Just for the stop. Just because they got a call about a suspicious person, the police gonna take down his information. And that's gonna make him be like, "Shit, I get the fuck out of here, man. I ain't coming around here no more." But I'm sure they didn't want to seem racist. They were like, "Hey, man, that's racist. That's racist." Well, die not racist. And I'm not trying to be insensitive, but at your funeral, they can be like, "You were not a racist person." But here's the thing. Niggas still gonna find something to call you racist about. No matter how much you live trying to not be racist, niggas will put a racism bone on you in a second for the smallest infraction. You could live your life juggling, trying not to be racist. And a nigga you could turn off some rap music and nigga be, "Oh, he racist." And there you are. You know, your whole life's work down the drain. Your whole life's work down the drain.
For this man who they say door of this home on 250 before believe he spent 5 hours in the victim's home, likely searching for something to steal before setting it on fire. One woman says her father saw the suspect walking around the neighborhood within the past weeks.
Very chilly. It's scary. It's some random guy walking down the street setting fire to older people. Anybody for that matter.
Neighbors have been reporting the suspect was knocking on doors asking for a phone charger. Detectives say they have surveillance video that shows the suspect knocking on the back door of this home on 254th Street and 87th Drive. The 77-year-old victim apparently opened the door and let the suspect in yesterday morning. That same surveillance.
Jesus Christ. Fucking Christ. Holy moly.
the suspect knocking on the back door of this home on 254th Street and 87th Drive. The 77-year-old victim apparently opened the door and let the suspect in yesterday morning. That same surveillance video shows the suspect leaving the home around 3 p.m. shortly before the house went up in flames. Neighbors called the victim's son an FDNY paramedic who was off duty at the time. This morning, neighbors have left candles and flowers in front of the burned home.
The nicest neighbors you could ever ask for. My daughter just brought up, remember when they came out, when the essential workers at 7 o'clock, during COVID, they were out with us, and it was, he would always wave to us. Just this past weekend, he waved to us, and it's sad.
Police say the 77-year-old man was tied up in the basement with trauma to his body. His 78-year-old housebound wife was located on the first floor of the home. Both appear to have been set on fire. Some neighbors in the area say the man and woman lived in the home for at least 40 years. Some are in disbelief that something so sinister happened so close to their own home.
We saw the helicopters and everything, and we reached out immediately, walking around and seeing what could have happened. So we don't know who this person is, and I hope justice prevails quickly.
This is still an ongoing investigation. The names of those victims have not been released yet. In Belrose, Queens, Jaysha Patel, Channel 7 Eyewitness.
Jaysha Patel. Man.
5, I'm Gilma Avalos.
And I'm Adam Cooperstein. A Long Island man's luck quickly turned into terror. He won big at a casino and then got ambushed in the parking lot.
Thankfully, 2 bystanders saw the entire thing, jumped in to help the 71-year-old man. News 4's
71-year-old man, we know who did this. Whenever it's a senior, bet on black. Trust me. Whenever it's a senior, bet on black.
Greg Sergel is live at Jake's 58 in Islandia, where that robbery went down. Greg?
Well, Gilma and Adam, as you guys said, it started out as a pretty good day for this unidentified 71-year-old victim. Suffolk police say he won a large cash payout here at Jake's 58. The exact amount is still unclear. But as you said, as the man was walking to his car in the middle of the afternoon, someone tried to steal that money. The alleged thief, prosecutors say, was a complete stranger, possibly someone who was watching the victim from inside the casino. 24-year-old Aaron Hayes faced a judge today, pleading not guilty to a third-degree robbery charge. Now, because that charge is not bail eligible, Hayes walked free today under what officials call a supervised release. Hayes has no prior criminal record. Neither he nor his lawyer would comment today. But according to the case's criminal complaint document, Hayes confronted the victim outside the casino and actually ripped the pockets from the victim's
He's already back on the street. He did that, and he's already back on the street. You have to listen very closely. He's already been released. This happened last night, and he's already free.
The afternoon, someone tried to steal that money. The alleged thief, prosecutors say, was a complete stranger, possibly someone who was watching the victim from inside the casino. 24-year-old Aaron Hayes faced a judge today, pleading not guilty to a third-degree robbery charge. Now, because that charge is not bail eligible, Hayes walked free today under what officials call a supervised release.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yo. You can't have this with sons. Sons, this is basically like to the son man, and I'm a son man. I'm a son man. To the son man, this is like, oh, it's legal to rob people. Because this is nothing. Just getting arrested, processed, and thrown in the cell for a couple hours. A lot of y'all would be terrified by that. A lot of y'all that would be like, yo, I don't even want to go through that. That's nothing to a son, man. That's nothing to a son, man. So in his mind, he's going to commit another crime before his court date. I guarantee you. He not commit because you know he's going to commit crimes. He's going to be arrested for another crime before his court date. I promise you. Yeah, shit's sweet. Shit's sweet up there in New York. It's sweet in New York, man. And this is third-degree robbery. So this probably doesn't go on their crime stats because it's a third degree. So they probably don't put this on the crime stats, the violent crime stats. This probably isn't considered a violent crime, even though he ran up on a 71-year-old man and robbed him in the parking lot. That's not going to be considered a violent crime. So violent crime is down. Support the channel, guys. Take the $5 challenge. Let's see if we get somebody on the board to take the $5 challenge. Support the channel. This is insane. This is insane. You can't have this, man. You can't have blacks. You can have society or you can have blacks. Pick your choice. Pick one. Pick one.
In Islandia, where that robbery went down. Greg?
Well, Gilma and Adam, as you guys said, it started out as a pretty good day for this unidentified 71-year-old victim. Suffolk police say he won a large cash payout here at Jake's 58. The exact amount is still unclear. But as you said, as the man was walking to his car in the middle of the afternoon, someone tried to steal that money. The alleged thief, prosecutors say, was a complete stranger, possibly someone who was watching the victim from inside the casino. 24-year-old Aaron Hayes faced a judge today, pleading not guilty to a third-degree robbery charge. Now, because that charge is not bail eligible, Hayes walked free today under what officials call a supervised release. Hayes has no prior criminal record. Neither he nor his lawyer would comment today. But according to the case's criminal complaint document, Hayes confronted the victim outside the casino and actually ripped the pockets from the victim's jacket, stealing $30. When he realized that was all he got, he allegedly tackled the unidentified 71-year-old. That's when police say two Good Samaritans stepped in and Hayes ran off. He was arrested later at his home. Casino patrons told me today they were shaken by this incident, but for the most part, feel safe here.
They provide security if you want. So anyone who's going out with that much money, I think you should request for someone to walk with you. I think it's smart if you win, don't walk out with all that cash. Have them take you to your car.
Now, Suffolk OTB owns Jake's 58, and the organization's president released a statement today saying the safety of our patrons is our highest priority. Our security team was pleased to help assist Suffolk police in making a fast arrest. The incident is now being reviewed to determine if more security will be added here. Jake's 58 attracts a lot of patrons from across the tri-state area. We were able to go to the home of the alleged victim. In this case, someone at the home, though, told us he was unavailable for comment. We're live in Island.
Yeah, he's 71 years old. He just got tackled and shit by some fucking ape. Of course, he's not. He's probably in pain. You said Dick Fuentes went off on BC. Who's BC? Nick Fuentes. Who's BC? Who's BC? Oh, the black community. All right, let me check that out. Let me check that out right now, man. Salute to you, man. Nick Fuentes, man. Oh shit, 12 minutes? Goodness gracious. How am I a bow shot, man? God dog. All right, man. Let me. I'm the Nickinator, man. I'm the Nickinator. Black Columbo here on the building. I'm the only son, man, that can go toe to toe with Nick Fuentes, man. Let me salute to you, man. Let me get to Nick Fuentes, man. Let me get to Nick Fuentes right quick, man. Make sure y'all support the channel. Take the $5 challenge, $10 challenge, $20 challenge, super chat, PayPal, Cash App. Share this video. I'm about to go in on Nicholas Fuentes, man. I'm about to go in on Nicholas Fuentes, man. Share this video, man. If he right, he right. If he wrong, he wrong. I'm gonna tell you that.
It is literally a rot that is killing every American city. Go to downtown Los Angeles. It's like Escape from LA. It's killing New York. It's killing Chicago.
So far, so good. I mean, listen, I can't argue anything he said so far.
It's killing these cities. And most of the American population lives in cities. That's where the economic activity occurs. That's where people get educated. That's where people get scouted for jobs. That's where the big businesses are. That's where the entertainment is. If the people live in the cities, if America is its cities, and if this is killing the cities, if it's ripping apart the social fabric, it's destroying the commons, the public, this is literally killing America. It ripples. This is not one person that got killed on public transit. What is never measured is how many people don't go on public transit ever again after this. Or the people that move to the suburbs because of this, and how this inflates the cost of housing, and how this creates a deficit in the city. It is a death spiral. And the solution is so simple. Police, cops. But you know why?
This is where I disagree with Nick. And you know, I'm not here to just bang on Nick. I mean, if he's right, he's right. If he's wrong, he's wrong. Prosecutors and judges. Police doing a yeoman's job. We got a lot of police that are in our nation, man. The police are doing heroic yeoman's job 24/7, 365. They're arresting these. Think about the police that just arrested the guy who tackled and robbed the senior citizen in the parking lot of that casino. The story we just did. Think about if you're a cop, right? You arrest him. Before your shift is over, this goddamn moon cricket is back on the streets. It's the prosecutors, it's the legislators, and it's the judges. It's not the cops. Sorry, Nick. It's not the cops. Even though we should take more cops, yeah, more cops definitely, but you gotta throw these people away.
People don't like it because it's going to be a lot of cops. They're going to be in black neighborhoods, arresting a lot of black people, and a lot of black people are going to get chased, and some of them are going to die, and many of them are going to jail for a very long time, and we're uncomfortable with that. We're uncomfortable because it's not equal. We're uncomfortable because we don't like seeing too many black people in prison. I just want to see the people that need to be in prison in prison. I think the police should go where the crime is. If that's in the black neighborhoods, then so be it. If black people are getting arrested for committing crimes, then so be it. We are killing ourselves. We're killing our country because we don't want to be called racist as a society. And that's it. We don't want to be called a racist country for having a lot of black people in jail, for having a lot of cops in black neighborhoods.
That's pretty much been the theme of today's show. White people not wanting to be called racist. Dying, not racist. Literally dying, not racist.
Neighborhoods for having black people get pulled over in a pretextual traffic stop. So we'd rather live like this. We'd rather live with all of this. 18-year-old high school football players getting stabbed in the neck for approaching the wrong person. 23-year-old refugee from a war stabbed in the neck for no reason. Guy in Denver, Colorado, former Space Force officer, 54 years in prison because he snapped and chased the black kids that tried to steal his car 3 times and never got caught. What kind of society do we want to live in? It's a pressing question. Do we want to be too racist and safe, or not racist enough and not have a society? It's that simple. So people are going to have to get a little bit more comfortable with talking about this in racial terms, because that's why we can't solve it. And you want to know how we know that? Because if it was a white person stabbing a black girl, they would be lynching this guy. That's how you know. Because if it was a white person, a white football Chad stabbing an 18-year-old black kid in a hoodie with his Arizona iced tea and Skittles, they would fucking lynch him. If it was a white person pushing a black person in front of a subway train in New York, they would lynch him. That's how you know it's racial. Because if it was white people doing it as characterized and portrayed on television and in movies, we wouldn't have a problem. Because there would be narratives, there would be policies, it would be called the new KKK, and they would spy on every white person and decimate the criminals. But because they're black, and it's not politically correct, and it's sensitive, we can't chase them, can't charge them, can't lock them away. We can't even talk about it. They won't even cover it. And it's gone on for too long. Too many bodies. And too much insanity. Look at what's become of these. It's depressing. Look at what has happened to Chicago. Beautiful city. Ruined by this. Same with New York. Same with LA. LA is one of the most beautiful places in the world. Look at what they've done to it. Because we're afraid of being called racist. Well, I'm part of the new generation.
Now, somebody said that there's not that many blacks in LA. But you can't erase the historical stain of the Bloods and Crips. Just because right this second, there aren't that many blacks in LA. You can't just say, well, the Bloods and Crips, the last 60 years, everything they did, and the just cesspool they turned LA into, we can erase their contribution from the record because right this second, there's only 9% black. LA's only 9% black. But here's the thing. I bet you if you go and look at the homicide suspects, they're not 9% black. I bet you even if you look at the homicide victims, they're not 9% black in LA, even though LA is only 9% black population. So all of this stuff about LA's not a black city anymore. They destroyed that city. And also the people that are driving the crime and the misery in LA now, they're not white. They're not white either. They're hombritos. So either way, you're going to be called racist if you speak out about it. Press 1.
And I can assure you, I don't give a fuck about being called racist. I want my fucking country back. If that makes me racist, so be it. No love lost. And increasingly, that's how people feel about this. That's how I feel about it too. So that's the issue. What's amazing is, of course, Trump is surging the National Guard in these cities to take care of the problem, and you're having protests against it. They want the chaos. They want the disorder. It has to be broken. These people have to be broken. It cannot go on like this. There needs to be leadership. It needs to come from the top. The people may not like it at first, but they need to accept it. Because otherwise, we don't have a country. It's that simple. So I see everybody skirting around the issue. You know, even these guys like Matt Walsh. Matt Walsh does a show every single day about how black people are the problem. He just never says black people. You notice that? He'll never say white and black. He'll insinuate it. He'll make oblique references to it. He'll say, we all know why you can't talk about this. Tell us, Matt. Tell us.
Well, here's the thing about, and I like Matt Walsh. He's a very, very good YouTuber, man. It's his content is, I mean, his content is amazing, man. The thing about Matt Walsh is he's doing his work in his lane, and Nick, you're doing your work in your lane. It's a problem that I had to overcome. Well, I would go so hard, and I would be so based in 2018 and 2017 and 2019 and 2020. And I would see other guys being like, you know, soft shoeing. But they were speaking to the type of people that could digest that. The majority of the black people couldn't digest what I'm saying. So the guys that took a more even keeled tone, they reached a larger portion of the people with that softer message, that more palatable message. And I had to come to grips with that. Like, okay, well, yeah, you know, that guy's getting the message out there to more people. So Nick, you got to really understand that, like, he's doing his stuff in his lane, and you're doing your stuff in your lane. This is the underground right here. This channel right here is like the underground for the people that just like based. And there's other channels for people that like still want to feel like they're good people and still want to, or they might just not like this type of language, and they might not have been raised like that. Or they might just, their sensibilities may be different, and they need it in a more palatable form. But it's a similar message. And I understand where Nick's coming from. You know, you like, damn, why don't you just say it? Well, look how successful he is, not just saying it. Look how successful Matt Walsh is, leaving that one part out and leaving it implied. Having it implied. Everyone knows it. It's implied. And a lot of more white people will be like, yeah, I can deal with this because I can even share Matt Walsh because he never said it was black people. I can't share you, Nick. My friends will never speak to me again. Press 1.
That's why. They never proposed a solution. What's the solution, Matt? Tell us, please. What's going on? Tell us it's racial. Say the words. Tell us it's genetic. I want to hear the words. No more playing games. No more of this Midwest bullshit where these white cowards get together and they shrug their shoulders. They make that white person face. They go, no, let's just talk about it. I'm a new generation of white person. I'm not living around blacks. Sorry. You know, I want white kids, and I don't want my white kids bringing home black people to marry. It's racial for me. And call me racist. Oh, very Christian of you. I don't give a fuck. That's the attitude we need to bring to this. And by the way, We're just the latest ones to that party. You know, here's the part that amazes me about it is when you consider all this insanity, realize that most black people don't even like white people. Most white people, or rather, most black people, the level of resentment, the way that they have an axe to grind against us, we as whites are tripping over ourselves not to offend, to be so sensitive, to cater. They don't get, did they ever care about offending us? When is a...
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. Like, that's a great point. And that's something that, you know, by being based, you understand. And like black people, it's resentment. It's not even really that black people don't like you. When I was in school, I learned 3 times 3 was 9. I was very good at multiplication as a young man. I was very good at the presidents. Like I could name every president, every state, and every state capital. Can you believe that? In like the 2nd grade, I was like a prodigy, man. Social studies was my favorite subject. I could spell like the Dickens because, you know, my mom. So I could spell very good. I was a very good, you know, at certain things. Some things I wasn't good at because I didn't apply myself. But I say all that to say that, like, the same place where I learned that, those hard and fast, true things that, like, I before E except after C. Okay? TH makes the th sound. PH makes the F sound. F and PH are the same place I learned these rules that everywhere I go in society, I can use, and they're true. Time and time again. It's the same place I learned that white people went to Africa, kidnapped my ancestors, brought them over here on a boat, and whipped them every day and made them work for them. And I wasn't taught that it was only 1% of white people or 2% of white people. We were taught, it was implied that it was all white people in the 80s. There was no, well, only 8% of whites owned slaves. No, the implication was that every white person had a slave. And then after slavery, we were lynched, and we were killed, and we were stopped from going places. The same place I learned where 1 + 1 is 2, which is true every time you do it. The same place I learned that C-A-T spells cat, which every single time you put those 3 words together, 3 letters together, it spells cat. It's the same place I learned that white people are evil, racist dogs. And they hate black people. So of course, it's true to me. It's embedded in my brain. And there's going to be resentment. And there's going to be resentment. And then when I realized that white people are like nice and meek and they're not crash outs. Like, white people are not crash outs like that. When a white person crashes out, it makes the news. Black people crash out 100 times and it never makes the news. And you realize white people aren't crash outs. White people are nice. White people aren't really all that aggressive. Oh, I can get my lick back. I can get my lick back. Because if white people were like what we learned of them in school, we wouldn't get our lick back. We'd be scared to get our lick back. But now we're like, oh, we can get our lick back. And it's a lot of black people getting their lick back for slavery. And that's aside from the whole DNA part, because there's still DNA that makes us act a certain way, and it's still a low IQ that makes us behave in an antisocial way. But aside from DNA and IQ, there's also a lot of black people resentful about what they've been told about the white-black experience, and they're getting their lick back. Here, there, the cashier at McDonald's is getting her lick back. The girl at her office is getting her lick back. Everyone's getting their lick back. Press 1.
Black person. When have you ever seen in media, in Hollywood, in the mainstream culture, when have you ever seen a black person get canceled for offending white people? When have you ever seen a black person go out of their way not to offend a white person, to their own detriment, maybe? If that has ever happened in history, surely it has never been recorded, because I've never heard of such a thing. If anything, they're antagonistic. They relish, they revel in offending us. They look for opportunities to offend us.
That's true. I mean, I can't argue with him, man. I can't argue with him. Make sure you hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat, support the channel. You're not going to get this perspective nowhere. Most of your YouTubers, they don't understand it at this level. Okay? So don't shortchange this channel, man. Hit the like button, share these videos on your social media, support the channel. This is why all my videos are monetized. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. The same place you learn 1 + 1 = 2, you learn that white people are evil. So 1 + 1 is always 2. White people must always be evil. And yes, we do not give a flying fuck about offending white people because of that.
A completely defensive posture. And again, it's not all black people, it goes without saying, but it is a lot of them. And so it's like, let's just be honest about what we're dealing with here. We are on our own. When Austin Metcalf got stabbed, black people raised $500,000 for his killer. That's what we're dealing with here. When this attack happened on the subway, all black people can say in the reply,
black people weren't donating from dummy accounts either. Black people weren't creating dummy Twitter accounts or dummy Gmail accounts and donating to the GoFundMe. They weren't creating dummy accounts, burner accounts to donate to Carmelo Anthony. They were doing it from their personal account.
and so it's like, let's just be honest about what we're dealing with here. We are on our own. When Austin Metcalf got stabbed, black people raised $500,000 for his killer. That's what we're dealing with here. When this attack happened on the subway, all black people can say in the replies is, well, what about school shooters? Well, what about this? Well, what about that? We are on our own. Like, we have to stop looking for this kind of cooperation. As a white person, the word is fatigue. We are exhausted. We're just fucking done. We're done. We don't want anything to do with you anymore. It's a shame. It's a shame because I think a lot of people, a lot of white people like the idea of diversity and like the idea of being inclusive and tolerant. And on some level, I like that too. I mean, I
disagree with that. I don't think white people like the idea of being inclusive. Because I think a lot of white living in DC has given me a front row seat to that, to the white liberal. I've told you this for years. Y'all think Seattle and Austin is bad. We've argued about this over the years. Seattle, what about Austin? What about Portland? There's no liberal worse than the DC liberal. Okay? And I've been front row seat to them all my life. They do not like diversity. They like diversity over there. They like diversity over there. Okay? They do not like diversity in their neighborhood. I never had I grew up in public schools for the most part until high school, right? I never had a white classmate. Never. And if you ask anybody from DC that's my age, they'll tell you the same thing. I never, and where did all these white kids go to school? They went to private school. In DC, Virginia, and Maryland. Okay? Their parents would not send them to school with us. How can you like diversity if you won't send your kids to school with us? How can you like diversity if up and down the East Coast, not only DC, all those cities are more segregated than the South? Whereas they have white neighborhoods and black neighborhoods. Pre-gentrification, which is a new phenomenon, relatively new. Prior to gentrification, it was white and black neighborhoods in all these liberal cities. You couldn't find a white kid in the public school system. I disagree that white people like diversity. They like diversity over there. They like saying they like diversity. And the problem is once they vote, they'll vote for diversity. Here's the thing about white people. White people will pack up and leave. This is the thing about white people. And I'm going to make this short so we can get back to Nick. White people will vote for diversity. Diversity will come to their town and ruin it. And white people pack up and leave. See, most people can't just pack up and leave. White people will pack up and leave. And then go somewhere else and vote for diversity, ruin that town, and then pack up and leave again.
There is something that appeals to us as human beings about the idea of a universal brotherhood. I think there is something intrinsic in people, maybe only in white people, maybe in other people, that there's something shared between all of us as human beings. It's a nice idea, right? At the minimum, might be. But a lot of white people are looking at this and saying, you know, the public outbursts, the scenes they create, the crime, the violence, the disrespect, and then you talk about it, and then they browbeat you. They want to lynch you for being racist. Someone says the N-word, it's an international incident. And so people are saying, you know what? Okay, bye. Like, I want to go and live with only white people then. Because when we encounter them in traffic, it's chaos. We encounter them in Walmart, it's chaos. When they're shoplifting and on public transit, it's chaos. When you call them on it, they are yelling in your face. You're being called names. They want to hurt you. You wouldn't say that to my face. Why? Because you're a tough guy? Why? Because you're on welfare?
No, because I'll kill you. Like, no, I'll kill you. And then I'll go to jail. And I'll just be in jail. I'll be one of the many niggas in jail. See, that's the thing. Even Nick don't understand that. Because I'll fucking kill you. And go to jail for it. The fall from my life to jail in my IQ brain and my DNA brain is not as big of a chasm. Why do you think white guys commit suicide most of the time? A lot of times when they do outlandish crimes, they'll commit suicide because they can't believe that they just ruined their lives. A son man will go do 30 years and come home and start a program to help kids. Because I'll fucking kill you, Nick. That's why you won't say it in my face. That's why I'm telling you, you won't say it in my face. Because I'll fucking kill you. And once and that's probably the next baseline for Nick. That's probably the next step Nick has to take in his understanding of you know, he's not quite there yet. He's very far along in the understanding, but because I'll fucking kill you. Press 1.
Okay, bye. Like, I want to go and live with only white people then. Because when we encounter them in traffic, it's chaos. We encounter them in Walmart, it's chaos. When they're shoplifting and on public transit, it's chaos. When you call them on it, they are yelling in your face. You're being called names. They want to hurt you. You wouldn't say that to my face. Why? Because you're a tough guy? Why? Because you're on welfare and you have nothing left to lose? You're not worried about an assault charge because you're a fucking loser with no life, or because you know that there's going to be no social repercussions or legal repercussions for you? You know what? You're right. I don't want to see your face. I don't want to say anything to your face. I want to get as far the fuck away from you as possible because I don't want to live around violent maniacs. I don't want to live around cry bully, fucking baby narcissist maniacs. I don't want to live there. I don't want to raise a family there. I don't want to hear the excuses. I don't want to hear how I'm a racist. I don't want to hear how you need my fucking money, how I need to pay reparations. You know what? Good luck and good riddance. That's the attitude. We tried integrating. It didn't work. This is a result. Who wants any part of it? Not even them. Not even them. What's the first thing they do when they make a lot of money? They get the fuck out of the ghetto. Not even them. Why do they want all this stuff with education? They want to send them to white schools. Because we know what happens at black schools. They want to live near us because they want our tax money. They want reparations because they want our money. It's a toxic relationship. We want out. What's even the positive at that point? Like, honest to God, what's the benefit? All I see are risks, chaos. All I see is antipathy and deep distrust. They glare at you. They menace you, looking to be offended, always uncharitable. People are saying, yeah, we're good. People move to like a white place like Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I don't think one person moves there and says, you know what we need here? I just had a brilliant idea. This party's missing one thing. A black family. Like, no one's saying that. We don't hate them. We don't hate all of them. We don't think all of them are bad. But no one's saying, like, yeah, let's roll the dice and bring them over here. No, people are saying, yeah, we've worked up the courage to take our own side and do our own thing. Sorry.
All right, let me get some of these super chats, man. Salute to you guys, man. Shout out to Big Pete, man. Big Pete says, you an investigative journalist and she, you ain't going to hear the whole truth on these stories except through Occupation News. Shout out to Big Pete, man. Salute. Yeah, man. Shout out to Big Pete, man. Yeah, you know, while we're here on Twitter, I might as well get into.
It is literally a right.
I might as well get into what I wanted to get into earlier, the show. Oh shit. So here's new footage of it, right? It doesn't show the actual stabbing. It skips past that. But it shows you the aftermath and the way people behaved. I always tell you, if you need medical attention, right? What do I always say if you need medical attention? Anybody who knows this channel. Hold on, let me take this off the screen right quick. Shout out to Big Pete. He said, Beast Life says Nick is right. If you need medical attention, you had better pray to God that there's a white person in the vicinity. If you need the Heimlich maneuver, if you need a tourniquet, if you need chest compressions, if you need Narcan, if you just caught a cramp in your leg and you need somebody to stretch your leg out, press 1. You had better hope that there's a white person in the vicinity. You had better pray to God. There's a white person somewhere around. I mean, seriously, man. Nah, these people aren't demons. And let me refresh the screen. These people aren't demons. It's a different word that begins with D. Does anybody know? It's a different word that begins with D. It's a different word that begins with D. These people aren't demons. It's a different word that begins with D. He said Democrats. Nah. God, did the Soviets. Wow, y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy dumb. Oh, shit. No. All right, nobody got it. Different. Douchebags. Different. They're different. Dickheads. God, different. He said very different. No, seriously, they're different. They never came up with any medicines. They never, like, while they were over there in West Africa for eons, blocked off by the Atlantic Ocean, blocked off by the Sahara Desert, blocked off by the Indian Ocean. When they were in sub-Saharan Africa for all those eons before the Arabs and then the whites, later on the whites came through, right? They never came up with any kind of advancements in medicine. They never even learned how to set a broken bone. Did you know that? They didn't know how to set a broken bone. That's not something that comes, they would never do that. Okay? We're different. They never learned how to do any of these things. Okay? So when it comes to first aid and life-saving measures, that's not innate to our mind psyche. That's not innate to our psyche. It's not nothing that you can charge us to the game for. That's why I always say, hope that white people are around. I never say that, man, the black person should do. No, I don't expect the black person to do that. Maybe clap. You all right? You are. This is what I'm mad about. Let me tell you what I'm mad about. I'm mad no black person said, you all right? You all right? You all right? You okay? You okay? You good? You all right? As she's bleeding, as blood is gushing out of her neck. I'm mad that no black person was like, you good? You good? Because that would be our type of showing that we cared. You know what I'm saying? Well, somebody call 911. You know what I'm saying? Or as she lost consciousness, clapping her face to try to keep her awake. I wasn't expecting nobody to tie a tourniquet or put pressure on the wound. No, I'm not expecting that. These people didn't show any care. That's what I'm talking about. They didn't show any care. They didn't even show the black care. Press 1. They didn't even show the black care, the sub-Saharan care version of care to a person that's in mortal. Yeah, you all right, bro? You all right? Like, she about to get up out of it. She didn't even once look over at her. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. You can't get this nowhere else. This diagnosis, man. Hit the like button, hit the PayPal, hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. Join the Patreon. Buy merch at the merch store. Get your Ock Nation shirt. You can wear it while you're watching the show. Get your Ock Nation mug so you can drink from it while you're watching the show. Everybody should have an Ock Nation mug while they drinking from, while they sipping from the Ock Nation mug. Your glider, your Sunman, your Ombrito, whatever you are, mug while your Tiger, whatever you are while you're watching Ock Nation. Get the full Ock Nation experience. Glider on the Moon says, I be before E except after C. C, T, and H together make the sound. Evil gliders and save your ancestors and their ancestors all around you. A stark observation. Well done. This is why I sub. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. Sometimes it's that simple, man. Sometimes it's that simple, Glider on the Moon. Sometimes it's that simple. Salute to Buster Hoonahan. Watching on X. Sister, watch the sister never once glance over there. Because he stabs her 3 times, but then they don't show it. They don't show it. Thank God they don't show the stabbing, but the evidence, they told us that she was stabbed 3 times. The sister never looks in her direction. Oh, she did. She kind of glanced at her. Okay, the sister did kind of glance at her. The sister did kind of glance at her. See, she thought she was going to receive some help. She thought she was going to receive some help. Nah, baby, I ain't going to be able to do. Can you do it? I'm not going to be able to do. Who remember that joke? Can you do it? I'm not going to be able to do. Can you do it? I'm not going to be able to do. Oh man. Wow. He said this is a racial experiment. Son's flunked. Right. What's that show? It used to come on, I think, CBS, where they would stage like an event, like a guy argue with his girlfriend in like a crowded restaurant and see what people were gonna do. What would you do? Yeah, that's the name of the show. What would you do? That was the name of the show. What would you do? On CBS. Yeah. Yeah, that show, What Would You Do? I remember that. Yeah, that's true. That if this was a test like that, yeah. If you remember this show, it used to come on CBS.
Researchers have found that couples who don't fit traditional expectations based on their appearance, whether it's differences in body type, race, or social status, often face bias and judgment from others.
That's a fucking lie. That's a fucking lie, but let's just go ahead. That's a fucking lie. Nobody says anything to you when you're out with a white woman or Indian woman. No one. Only people that might give you a evil eye is a sister. If you're a white guy, if you're a black guy going out with a white girl, a sister might give you an evil eye. But even sister ain't gonna say shit. She not gonna say nothing to y'all. That's a fucking lie.
Researchers have found that couples who don't fit traditional expectations based on their appearance, whether it's differences in body type, race, or social status, often face bias and judgment from others.
Now, couples are taking to social media to challenge haters who call their love mismatched.
I'm a tall girl. I'm like 5'10", and I love dating short men.
So as long as you don't care, shorty's not gonna care 9 times out of 10.
The package that he brought to me and that he delivered is a package that I am 10 out of 10 happy with. He just was short.
Today, we're in Clifton, New Jersey, at TikTok Diner.
Ah, here we go.
All right. Happy anniversary.
Where our actors are what some might call an asymmetrical couple. Those whose love doesn't depend on matching physical attributes.
Anniversary?
Yeah, our anniversary.
Yeah. A guy like you with a gorgeous girl like that, I mean, it's just a bit of a mismatch, don't you think?
You're joking, right?
A total mismatch in the eyes of this man.
Thanks for your input.
I'm just saying what everyone here is probably thinking.
If you saw someone criticizing a couple based on their appearance,
I'm just calling out the obvious. I think you could do a lot better, but
what would you do?
Being with a guy like this, you don't really see that every day. Do you have a lot of money? Is that why she's with you, or?
I think this woman's going to say something.
Happy anniversary. Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. God bless you.
Just a sweet lady.
I just don't get it. You could do a lot better, trust me, and I think you know it too.
He just doesn't stop.
Oh, look at that look.
Doesn't stop. Doesn't stop.
If anything, you need bail.
I need bail?
Yeah. Because if I was him, I'd knock you out.
Whoa.
You're don't pay attention to
We're going on aesthetics here. They don't really. All right, buddy. Take care.
How you doing, sir? I'm John Quinones. This is a TV show.
Are you kidding me?
No.
So yeah, like Sons would have failed this. Sons would have definitely failed. Sons would have definitely failed this test right here. Sons, this was an abysmal failure. This was an abysmal failure. Like, what if it was a fake knife? Like, it was a fake knife and they just like fake blood. And then he came out later on like, yeah, we this is a TV show. Why didn't any of you guys help the lady? Oh shit! Why didn't any of you guys help the lady? Oh shit! That would have been like, man, turn that motherfucking camera off, man. Boom Shika was like, I'm out. Boom Shika was like, I'm getting out of here, man. He said she's a fool for being in that area. She's from listen, she just came from Ukraine, man. This area is not worse than the Ukraine, where she may have lived, where she had to be a refugee. But yeah, when she been here since 2022, and we all know she had the Black Lives Matter poster. She ain't. Yeah, the city got a black mayor, the city council black. How bad can black people be if the mayor and the city council is black? Press 1. You're from another country. How bad can black people be? If the city council is black and the mayor's black and you never got stabbed before on the train. You've been on the train plenty of times. You never got stabbed before. She learned today, though. She learned. Shout out to Manos. He said these sons are putrid. Gaucho Merlot says, salute Akhenaten Nation. Here's 5 to launch search party for the missing white men. Great show. Oh, man. White men. Yeah, if it was a white man there, he would have definitely put compression on her neck. Yeah. But that's just it's just different, man. They're different, man. White people are different. You know what I mean? They're different, man. They did. Look at most firefighters and EMTs. The majority of firefighters and EMTs are white. The majority of cops, first responders, what they call first responders, people that show up on the scene first, they're usually white. There's depending on the city, there's going to be a lot of black cops, and they do a great job too. But to even want to be that, that's a special son man. To even want to be a first responder, that's a special type of son man. This dude look back. He like, yo, let me. And listen, there's a truth to what you said though. There's some truth to what you said. Like these people, they around sons all the time, and they probably like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here, man, because this son liable to come back. This son liable to come. Like you don't know what this son gonna do. There's a level of that too. There's a level of like, yo, I done seen this movie before. Let me get the fuck up out of here. There's a level of that. I done seen this movie before. Let me get the fuck up out of here. Let me get up out of here. I done seen this movie before. There's a level of that. He said they have the reaction of yeah, like yeah, it is. Nobody's like taken aback by it. Women usually scream when they see someone getting stabbed to death, right? Women usually scream, blood-curdling terror screams. That's why the other people at the end of the train. Remember, we were trying to understand why the people at the other end of the train didn't know what was going on. Press 1. We was like, yo, how come the people at the other end of the train don't know, didn't do anything? The people in the next, not even all the way at the other end, just like in the area in front of this area, they didn't know anything happened. Because all the sons was like, shit, I'm out. All the sons just left. They just left. They just quietly left. All the sons just quietly left. Just packed up this shit and just left. Shout out to Mr. Ciodez. He said, love the commentary. I always bringing the truth. Salute, man. Shout out to you, man. Salute to you, bro. Them sons was like, all right. Deuces, man. Them sons was like, them sons snuck out of there like they had did it. Them sons snuck out of there like they did it. Them sons snuck out of there like they did that shit. Oh man, Jesus! Everybody, we try to get we try to get 10 people, man, to share this on social media, man. We try to get 10 people to share this on social media, man. There's blood all on the ground. You can see the blood on her and on the ground. I think they know what happened. Mr. Ciodez says, thanks, Ak, for the insightful commentary as always. Salute to you, bro. Salute to you, Mr. Ciodez. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, you all right? Because, yeah, I wasn't expecting Sons to do any life-saving messages. No one said, you all right? You cool? Even though, you know, like, she not all right. Even though she got stabbed in the neck, so you know she's not all right. But at least say that, son. No son said anything. You all right? You cool? Yeah, I'm cool. She could have been like, yeah, I'm cool. And the son would have been like, all right, cool, good. I'm out. You said it's likely that they think he just punched her. Okay. Whatever helps you explain it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever helps you rationalize it, man. Salute to Cindy Minnie. Says she was sitting next to the most educated in the country. Yo, would you be surprised if that sister was a nurse? Be honest. Would you be shocked if that sister was a nurse? I wouldn't. I would not be shocked if that sister was a nurse. I would not be shocked. That would not shock me. He said she was sitting next to the most educated in the country, and in the most educated mind. And in that most educated mind, she determined to get up out of here. Yeah. So, he said he determined to get up out of there. Yeah, man. That was he made a business decision, man. She determined it. She was like, I'm out of here. Salute to Shamrock, man. Shamrock in the building. Shout out to you, man. And everybody follow me on Twitter too, man. Because this is where I go live. I'm going to be going live on Twitter every day. So you can also watch on Twitter, man. That way you know if something happened over here, you just go to Twitter. It's very easy. It's not like Rumble where you on Rumble. Rumble is kind of like, hard to deal with. Kick, Twitter, those are easier platforms. You got to subscribe to all my platforms. Kick, I'm Ak Nation News everywhere. I'm Ak Nation News everywhere. I'm Ak Nation News on Twitter. I'm Ak Nation News on Kick. I'm Ak Nation News on YouTube. But Ak Nation News everywhere. Yeah, the sister was like, shit. The girl's coming over for a card game tonight, man. I ain't trying to be late. The police come, they going to be asking questions, and I ain't snitching. That sister said, I ain't putting myself in a situation where I'm going to have to snitch. Yeah, shit, I ain't from Ratlanta. That sister said, I ain't from Ratlanta, I'm from Charlotte. I ain't putting myself in no situation where I got to talk to them peoples. Now, here's the thing, though. I will say this. Had she been black, they might have not helped either. As we see on a lot of the videos we do, most of the videos we watch, right, they don't help black people either. Let's keep it a buck, man. They don't help black people either. You saw the full video? Oh, we're not watching the full video here because of, it's not suitable for this platform. But I wanted to show you this. Just to show you that because we were wondering. We were all wondering, like, because when he walked to the other end of the train, nobody knew anything. Those people down there were just talking and they just looking like, who the fuck is this? Which lets me know there wasn't a scream, there wasn't a call 911. Nobody yelled, call 911, call 911, 911. Or nobody was like, ah! Like, it was just like everybody slipped out. All them niggas slipped out of there like a thief in the night and left that white girl there to die alone. He says that brown sugar in the red. Man, y'all leave my baby brown sugar alone. Brown sugar, if you out there, man, come defend your honor, man. Come defend your honor, man. Come defend your honor. Support the channel. Hit the PayPal. Hit the Cash App. Hit the Super Chat. I'll drop the link, man, so we can hear some of you guys' thoughts on this, man. I'll drop the link so we can get some of you guys' thoughts on this, man. I'm coming back tonight. Make sure y'all support the channel. I'm coming back tonight. So we coming back tonight, man. If you want to come through, man, link is in the description box. Let me put the link on X too. If you want to come through on X, if you watch it on X and you want to come through, I'll put the link in the description box on X. Damn, we got 223 people. 223 people watching on X. That's great, man. That's great. Yeah. And here goes the other angle that we were talking about the other day. Because we couldn't believe John Pro says a black man tried to stop the bleeding. Yeah, but he came from all the way to the other end of the train. He probably was a Marine. That black man looked like a Marine or something. Yeah, I saw that. But he came from all the way to the other end of the train. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying none, but it's, do you understand? You got to understand averages, ratios, you know what I'm saying? Percentages. But yeah, salute to the black dude that came from the other end of the train. But like these people right here, we were getting on these people at this end of the train. Like, yo, here go the sister. If you see right here, go the sister in the red shirt. She waiting for the door to open. She waiting for the door to open. She ain't say nothing. She just waiting for the door to open. She about to get off.
It's 9:46 p.m. You'll notice right away, this looks like any other ride aboard the light rail. People are doing what they do these days, keeping to themselves, scrolling on their phones as they ride along. The man accused in the killing, DeCarlos Brown, is in the red hoodie on the right side of your screen. He appears to be maybe a little emotional, perhaps a little agitated, but nothing disruptive. There's nothing that gets anyone's attention. About 30 seconds later, Irina Zarutska boards. She's wearing a hat and a t-shirt from a pizzeria, and she sits in the row in front of Brown. She has
Huge mistake, man. I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it, man. I hate to say it. If this sister wasn't so damn big, she could have sat next to the sister. That sister was taking up so much damn space, though. She couldn't sit next to her. It's the sister's fault, man. Shout out to John Pro, man. Where do you send the link? If you got a link you want to send to me, you can send it to you can send it to my inbox on X, man. If you want to get it to me fast, or you can send it to my email. Hold on. All the links is in the description box, man. But yeah, you can send it to my inbox on X, or you can send it to my email. Yeah, and tell me that you sent it. Yeah. There you go. Look at him. Look at Thunder Thighs taking up 2 seats.
boards. She's wearing a hat and a t-shirt from a pizzeria, and she sits in the row in front of Brown. She has earbuds in and is looking at her phone. She too is just minding her own business. They ride along for around 4 minutes with nothing unusual happening. Then around 9:50 p.m., Brown reaches into a pocket. We've zoomed in on it here. He pulls out a pocket knife. No one notices a thing. Seconds later, he would stand up and from behind.
I know exactly how he cut his hand too. Because when you swing on a pocket knife, the same lever that helps you open it up, that's the same lever that clicks it so it goes back down. And when he's stabbing her, he was stabbing her so hard that his hand was so tight on the handle that it squeezed the lever. And sometimes when you squeeze that lever on the knife handle, it will unclick the blade, and then the blade will go down because it thinks that you want the blade to go. You want to put it away. You want to, you know what I'm saying, put the blade back in the handle. So he while he was stabbing her, he pressed down on that lever, which is usually like where your index finger is or your middle finger is on the blade when you hold the knife like this. And he depressed it, and it made the blade go down. So, and then the blade goes into your palm. That's how he cut himself. Press 1, because he cut his hand. Press 1. You said it probably wasn't even a lock blade? Yeah, it could have been. It could not have been a lock blade too, yeah. But I'm just assuming that, you know, it's a keep a nigga off me blade. You did? What's going on, man?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's new?
Ain't shit. Nothing.
Hey, I've been working on a song. Tell me what you think. Son, man, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you, son, man?
It got a nice little ring to it, man.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, man. What do you think about the people not doing anything? Well, the people, I want to say not doing anything. What do you think about their reaction?
I think it happened so fast that they might have not realized that he stabbed her up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's fair to say that, right? And even then, like I said before, it's a tough ask to ask them to intervene to whatever degree when the assailant is still there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because anybody with half a brain knows that descendants of the people that built this country would have attacked them.
All right, man. I can go with that.
Unprovoked, as we stopped the video, he would stab the young woman several times. She had no chance to defend herself. The attack was over in seconds, and when it was over, Brown walked through the train attempting to get off. Few passengers, if any, at first realized what had happened until they noticed drops of blood on the floor. 90 seconds after the attack, a bystander rushes down to begin lending aid to Zarutska. She would die from her injuries. 30 seconds later, 9:52 p.m., 6 minutes into the video, Brown leaves the light rail.
The video here shows us just how quickly things happened and how difficult it would have been to prevent once he got on the train. And that is an important part to all of this. From what we've been told, Brown never should have been on the train. Authorities tell WBTV he did not buy a ticket. CAT says it is working on ways to keep fare skippers off mass transit.
You know, for me, it's always, as brutal as this was, for me, it's always the most shocking when the Sunman doesn't get immediately deleted. The way the whole text tell it, cops are just shooting down brothers willy-nilly, right?
Yeah.
So why wasn't this was a perfect gun them down willy-nilly moment.
Yeah, facts, man. No, that's a great point. Like, you just stabbed a white woman unprovoked. The cops should come up on the scene and just kill you for that. What's going on, Ray Wall?
Yo, what up, Bob?
Ain't nothing. Ain't shit.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I'm not surprised that some people didn't help, though.
Have you been in situations like that?
Nah, nope.
Where you had to help, or where you saw black people not help?
Nah, I try to stay away from sons, man. To be honest with you, nah. But I know how we act. If it's dangerous, everyone's gonna run. And if the crime happened already, a lot of times they just look, they talk, some of them film. But yeah, I am surprised, I guess, that they didn't say, stay up, you know?
Yeah,
don't die.
You all right?
Hold on, you know?
Right. Are you okay?
Ambulance is on its way.
Yeah, facts.
No, nobody said, somebody call an ambulance.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Like, nobody said somebody call 911 or stop the train, pull the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, they just sleeked out of there. Like they did it. Like, they sleeked out of there like they did this shit.
Or you know how people like recording everything, right? So somebody recording and yelling world something, right?
Yeah, it was no reaction. It was almost like they were in on it. We know I'm not trying to say no stupid conspiracy theory, but it seemed like the way they slinked out of there.
Yeah. Yo, Yo, I would you be shocked, right? If we were to go on Black Twitter, right? And they were to say something ain't adding up. They
Yeah.
know each other.
Yeah, that's why I had to make sure and get that caveat because
Yeah,
niggas go
yeah,
they go with that shit. Salute the
I-
Wag
I-
the dog. He says, as a son man, me losing my life around other sons is the worst nightmare.
Yeah, yeah. Look, man. Every time I watch the show, every night, I be thinking like, damn, that's a hell of a way to go.
I'm telling you, man. Like you gurgling blood, you feel yourself choking on your own blood, and people just like leaving, like they just slinking out of there.
Yeah,
They just
yeah.
walking to the.
You know, but you know what? Let's give them some people credit. At least they didn't run her pockets.
That's true.
Nobody went in her pockets, and you got to give credit where it's due, man. The bars ain't help.
Nah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, but you gotta hope some white people are around, man. When you need life-saving measures, man, you better pray to. Or if it's a black person around, he gotta be a Marine or a cop or somebody like that. But just a regular black person, black people around. Oh my God, it could be 1,000 of them there, and nobody would know what to do. And I'm not saying like nobody would do nothing. I'm talking about nobody would know what to do.
Yep.
That's a damn shame if you think about it.
Salute to my man John Pro, man. John Pro on the board. This first time we seen his name, man. Shout out to John Pro coming through heavy.
Hats off.
I ain't never seen his name before. I appreciate you though, man. Shout out to you, man. Welcome to Ock Nation, man. He say, I've been listening to you since the O'Shea streams. Wow. Wow, that's like 2017, 2018.
What the fuck is that? What the fuck
O'Shea
is that?
Jackson, he used to have panels on his channel like
I don't
this,
even
and
know.
I used to go up on his show.
Oh yeah, what we talk
Yeah.
about?
Different shit, women, this type shit, but
The manosphere.
yeah, it would be all content creators though. It wouldn't just be regular dudes, really. It'd be like mostly content creators.
But I'm
Like-
saying though, it was talking about the NBA or the manosphere or everything.
Yeah,
Crime? What
NBA,
you
nah,
talking about,
like socials, whatever had like maybe current events. So sometimes we'd talk about stuff, but it was like kind of more like Chaotix platform, but with content creators or Anton Daniels, but everybody on there had their own channel.
So
Like
if I
Brandon Ingram was on there before. He had like 10,000 subs.
Yeah.
Taz Exclusives was on there before. I think BGS Ibsmore was on there before when I was on there. It was different.
Okay.
different content creators. And we be arguing though. We'd be arguing, dog. I'm talking about like arguing.
I was gonna say, aren't they liberal?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
we be
okay.
arguing like shit. Yeah,
Say no more, liberal. Say no more.
yeah,
Let me guess. It's the white man's fault. Period.
yeah, exactly. But O'Shea wasn't necessarily liberal. He just wasn't. He wasn't base, but he wasn't liberal at all, man. But he was good. He a good guy, man. I was the smallest one. Like all them dudes had way more subs than me. But yeah, I do remember. I think Brandon Tatum was on there. And he had like 15,000 subs. That motherfucker blew up. I mean, he blew the fuck up since then. But it wasn't because of that. It was because I'm not gonna say it was because of O'Shea channel, but O'Shea he gave a lot of people a platform. You know what I'm saying? Smaller guys, you could get on there and argue with guys that had bigger platforms. And
you know what?
That's what's up.
You know what? Mark my words though. One day I'm gonna start a channel. I'm gonna call it iNation News Presents Wiki's World. Mark my words.
All right now. This one says, if you stream during the day, I'd be able to tune in and donate more. God bless you, brother. Yeah, man. Listen, I've been salute to you. How many daytime streams have I done this month?
Yeah, a lot.
A lot. So I'm getting the daytime more, and I definitely want to make sure I keep doing that. Salute to you and salute to everybody who can't stay up to 3 o'clock in the morning, man. And also, man, make sure all you guys subscribe to me on every platform, because The main thing about it is you want to not to. I'm not telling you to watch what platform to watch me on. I'm just telling you if one platform goes away, you can find me on there. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tell you which platform to watch me on. I'm just saying that like I'm still gonna go live. Like if YouTube goes away tomorrow, I'm going live tomorrow. Y'all just won't be able to find me because y'all only subscribe to me on YouTube. I'm gonna be on X. I'm gonna be on Kick, Arc Nation News everywhere. One word. Arc Nation News, one word everywhere.
Yeah, support the channel, man. Hit the link. You know, I'm sure everyone agrees when I say hit the link, man. We want to hear what you think about it. If you're a glider, we want to hear what you think about it. If you're a stuntman, we want to hear what you think about it. No matter what part of the world you're in, let us know what you think, man. I always appreciate hearing from the Arc Nation, man.
Yeah, at least with Daniel Penny, he wouldn't have been able to stop this. He wouldn't have been able to stop this. There's nothing he could have done. But he would have been able to. He would have been able to make sure that guy didn't just mill around for another 5 minutes and to get off the train. I can tell you that. But he probably would have. He probably did this to her. He'd have probably had her in the headlock trying to stop the bleeding. Because guys like this, guys like that, he know first aid. He know you got to put pressure on that wound. So he may have not been. He would have definitely not been. And nobody can stop this. And listen, that's the most terrifying thing about this thing. Because I know some people gonna say, "Oh, it's because she white or blah, blah, blah." No, the reason this one, because we covered this too. Do you remember the day we covered this wicked when it first happened?
Yeah.
The reason 2 weeks later it popped off and became a big thing when the video came out was because everybody knows, wait a second, there was nothing anybody, like no Shaquille O'Neal, fucking the biggest bodybuilder in the world. There's nothing you could have done about at least getting stabbed. Now you could have probably after getting stabbed, maybe fight him or something. But there's nothing you could have done about the initial stabs.
You know, I was gonna tell you that like we've spoken about how the Glacier Glider Queen is a soft target. But if he would have done that to me or to you, we're done. There's not much after that. You saw he got her pretty good, man. And he, like you just said, you think what could you have done if he would have got you like that?
That carotid artery,
you're done.
The way you bleed from the carotid artery, because that's where it looked like he hit her at. And this thing right here that brings, it's like between your brain and your rest of your body. It's like, yo, that thing, so much blood pumps through there. I'm talking about like when that thing gets a hole in it, because there's so much blood pumps through there, you dead. Like you're dead. If you don't get pressure on that wound and then you don't get like immediately like the ambulance would have had to be there. That what would have saved her is that one of them black people back there taking their shirt and like tying it around her neck, and then like them like stopping, pulling the thing to stop the train at the next stop, and calling the police and the ambulance showing up within like a few minutes, and like immediately not taking her to the hospital, but servicing her right there. And still might have died. And she still might have died.
Yeah, she looked done to me. There was nothing you could do for her, I don't think. You could have tried.
She still might have died. And that, but it's still, even though she still might have died, the reaction is still like they didn't know that. Like they didn't know. But yeah, that carotid artery is a motherfucker, boy.
Man, look, I'll tell you this much, and it's not for nothing. I'm not trying to sound tough, right? But if I was in that train, I would have blew that son man's face off. He would have needed a closed casket. My hands to God, Chief, and not to sound tough at all.
No, I got you.
My pistol on me.
I got you. Yeah, man.
Sons.
Still in this shit. You know what? I'd be surprised that don't happen. I'd be surprised this don't happen more often. Like I literally be shocked because when I go into a lot of places, they have the orders and shit right there. I'd be shocked that this don't happen more often.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
See, the problem is he went behind the counter, but usually, like if I was in a Panera the other day, they have them orders are just sitting right there on the other side of the counter, on the customer side, at a little place, a little booth. They have all the orders that are for what's that shit? DoorDash or Uber Eats. They just put them all up there so the Uber Eats guy can, and they just trust. It's just the honor system. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that at a lot of restaurants. It's just the honor system. He went behind the counter. That's why they're looking at him. But if you go to another restaurant and you just do that, where they have it on the other side, they won't even look at you for it. They just assume you're the Uber driver picking up your order.
A day.
How do they know he stole it?
Because he's behind it's behind the counter. This is the
Oh,
counter.
oh, okay. Yeah.
He walked behind the counter.
Okay. Yeah, at Wawa, they just have it out.
Yeah.
Just take it.
And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
And listen, he might have been hungry, whatever. This is not a big crime, but these little crimes like this, they create the environment for bigger crimes. Like for instance, like now say one of these guys says, "Hey," it comes after him, and he pulls out a knife and stabs the guy. Now he's, you know what I mean? And he's a murderer. It's just these little crimes always lead to bigger crime. That's why it's no such thing as like, oh, it's just some little shit. No, because here's the thing: what if a cop comes? What if they call the police and the cop comes and confronts him, and he acts like an asshole, and now the cop's fired or the cop's facing jail time because of the interaction?
Yeah, you know these videos they remind me of that one meme that says you can either have a civil society or you can have sons, but you can't have both.
You can't have both. No, you can't.
And it's unfortunate because I know you've seen the videos of like Japan, right, where they have 7-Elevens where there's no one in there. The tigers just walk in like at 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning. They just walk in, take whatever they get, pay for it, leave. Could you picture that in anywhere in DC?
No, you mean there's nobody, no cashiers there?
What do you mean? There's no cashier. It's just like it's like an honor system kind of deal.
Yeah, exactly.
Could you imagine that in Mexico?
They tried that in DC. They tried. You didn't hear about the where you just paid, like when you pick it up off the shelf, it senses that you know.
Yeah, I've done that in
you weren't able.
airports.
Yeah, you weren't able to do that. Yeah, you can't do that with some. Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, man. I'm almost jealous of the Tigers that they're able to be that safe, you know.
That's DNA too, though.
Yeah,
that's DNA too. That's you can't do that with white folk either. White folk, heroin addicts, you can't do that shit with white folk.
You could do it less like with them than the Tigers, but you could do it way more than with.
But once you got drugs in that area, you wouldn't be able to do it with white folks anymore.
So what? The Tigers don't do drugs or what?
No, they just their honor system overrides all that stuff. You're expected to be that way, and you have to. And if you're not that way, it's kind of like how this you know how some communities, like, you expected to be a crash out or I don't play, man. You don't
keep it real.
You expected to do that, like, so it's like those expectations. That's stronger than anything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What's expected of you?
Hell yeah. Yeah, Ak, if one of them people had tried to subdue that guy and they got stabbed, people in the Sun community would have been like, "Oh man, you stupid, man, you should have got out of there." It's not going to be like the other communities where, "Oh man, you're brave." You know what I mean? You try to
right.
you tried to do something. Like, man, you foolish, man. He got a knife.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, look at this meme right here, man. That's an unfortunate fact, man.
Yeah.
And even then, she's not safe. Right? Even
her
then,
eyes, he could have reached around and got her in the eye.
Man. You know, I hate how we still gotta hear some people try to deflect from it, right? Like they'll say like Don Brito that killed the young son girl in DC,
Maryland.
right? Or
Yeah, Maryland.
a glider did something somewhere, right? Or they'll say it's mental health. They'll give a lot. They'll deflect in so many ways, and it's frustrating because this is an issue. Like this is a common occurrence where a stuntman is released too many times, right? And then they're finally held when they delete somebody, right? For me
Yeah.
saying that, it's like they'll completely ignore it, right? They'll say like, "Well, you're just talking shit. You don't know what you're talking about. What about the burritos?" But there's an issue here, Chief.
Yeah, definitely. This is the like this right here. I think this is what you're talking about right here.
So look at how Amazon is changing the way we shop again. It's now open the first grocery store with no cashiers. All you need to check out is an app. Becky Worley has all the details. Good morning, Becky.
Good morning, George. The average wait in a grocery store checkout line is 7.5 minutes. If you go twice a week, we're talking 13 hours a year. So the idea of a grocery store where you just grab your items and there's no checkout, yes.
Just swipe in, shop, and go. Amazon Go. The company launching their first full cashierless grocery store, expanding their similar convenience stores to a 10,000 square foot grocery space in Seattle for Amazon members. While smaller than your average supermarket, it stocks roughly 5,000 items, including fresh produce, dairy, meats, bakery treats, and alcohol. The big plus, no waiting in line to check out.
This is super convenient.
It's about, getting you in and out of the store as fast as possible and on to making your dinner or eating your lunch. That's kind of the target consumer, is this very busy working person in a city.
To enter, you need the Amazon app. Shoppers scan in at the turnstile, and then the same technology used in self-driving cars, cameras, sensors, and wireless communication track everything you take off the shelf.
Now, Amazon says that multiple family members can shop on the same account. But you don't want to help someone grab that item on a high shelf because that'll be charged to you, not them.
Amazon is able to tell with these cameras in the ceiling when you pick something up and you decide that you want it, and it can calculate the price immediately.
But what about that friendly cashier or people who bag groceries? The United Food and Commercial Workers International Union called Amazon a clear and present danger to millions of good jobs.
So Sons would go in there and how could you steal? How can you beat that system?
Yeah.
That's a tough system to beat, but I'm sure any criminal of any race can figure that out one day.
I mean, just walk out, right? They would need in Blackistan and this, they would need armed security. You gotta have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, that's true.
So you can't put it under your shirt and stuff? It'll still scan it?
If you touch it, like if you grab it, they got cameras everywhere.
Oh, okay. If you grab it, okay.
Off the shelf, it charges your card. You hit your card when you come in, right? Boom. So now they know you're in there, and then it's following you with. That's a lot of technology, man.
I've used it. Have you ever done it? I've used
Nah.
it. So pretty much you go in with the card, you scan your Amazon app, and then you go around shopping, and when you put it in your cart, you scan it. There's like a scanning thing as you put it in there, and it knows you put it in there, right? And then when you go out to the checkout, you just literally walk out, and it charges your Amazon card, right? So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
That's wild.
Wow.
I don't know if I like that. It's like they could track everything you're doing.
Yeah, if they
You
got that at a
Nougat in
grocery
the bag.
if they got that at a grocery store, imagine what they got. Oh shit, man.
That's wild.
Yeah, that shit is crazy. What's up? What's going on? Let me get Alexander Barron first, man. What do you think about this situation, man? This situation we got here in America. Have you guys been hearing about it in the UK?
About what?
about this girl on the train getting
I just
stabbed.
I just sent you a super chat about that. Did you know she was she supported Black Lives Matter?
Well, I mean, she's not a member, but she just had a poster in it seemed like, in her room, she had a poster of Black Lives Matter. Which means that she was probably like supported it, but not like she wasn't on the board. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know she was protesting. We don't know she was out there. They just, she was with it, like, yeah, like, hey, like I'm a Redskin fan. I have a Redskin jersey, a Redskin sweatshirt. I don't go to any games.
They've got the death penalty in North Carolina, haven't they?
Yeah, but they haven't. It's a moratorium on it for the last 30 years or 20 or 30 years. So they haven't executed anybody in decades.
This guy wants to execute. It's just insane. There've been quite a few cases like that. There's a white woman did something like that in Hannah Bonser.
No one notices a thing.
She did this?
About 2011. No, she murdered a young girl apart, a teenage girl apart for 13 years, I think. Look her up, Hannah Bonser. Nutter. These people, they take these, they put them on drugs, and I don't know. But this is just. I mean, what do you do?
What's up, new guy? What's your thoughts, man?
I'm just trying to get the timeline here. Like we started on the 22nd with the first report of this happening. Then on like a week or two later, the actual video came out, right?
2 weeks later, yeah.
Yeah, but then after that, there's like an extended cut of it where he's like, this lady called me a nigger and I got that white girl. He says that.
He said he accused of using the N-word?
Yeah, I swear to God, I saw a clip of that.
Find that to me. Send it to me. Send that to me.
I don't know where I saw it, but I found it very easily, like on YouTube or something, or on Google. And then I had to do other shit, and then I'm like, all right, I bet Ak already has it anyways because you're the guy. Right?
I don't got that.
All right, well, it's out there. It's there. So when he's like, he does the stabbing, and then when he's walking off and people still don't really know what happened, he says either once or twice, I got that white girl. And then at the end, he says, like, she called me a nigger, bro, when he's talking to another son. Once that son notices all this blood that's following him. So it's just like, it's like the stars aligned. It's like every single like Groyper, like check mark you could wish for in this video.
This is it. Wow, he went there with it. It must be inaudible.
Yeah, so that's just a crummy cut. I saw a better one of it that says what I said, basically.
You told this guy right here? He tells this guy? Hello? New guy.
Oh, sorry, I think I was muted. Yeah, the guy you're circling with the fitted on, he's talking to the killer, and he's like, hey, like, you're bleeding, bro. And then the killer's like, I got that white girl, she called me a nigger.
Yeah, I don't hear it. I can't.
There's
I don't.
No. Like the audio is so clear, so you just need a different clip. The one I heard, it's like sounded pretty unambiguous to me.
See if you can find it.
I think you already passed it. Actually, it was like AF American, I think, or something like that. I think you passed it.
AF post right here.
No, go up. Keep going to AF American or something like that. Is that it? Yeah, try that one.
He might have been hearing voices.
Hold on. I can hear more when I turn it on all the way up, but I can't make out any exact words, but I can hear something.
All right, I'll try to take a look for it, but I mean, I'm not making it up, so I'm sure you'll have it by tonight.
Wow. He went there with it. That's crazy that he went there with it. That's insane.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
In the past few months, I've had an African dentist, a female black doctor, another female black doctor for their eyes, and the other week I had some man upgrade my system. I think you've got a very specific problem in your country because we appear to have different classes of some man here for the most part when they're not rioting in Brixton.
I'm trying now. I gotta look back and see if she actually called him a nigga, man. Let's see. Hold on, we gotta look at the other one, man. She might have actually said that shit, man. I'm going full hotep on this, man. We going full hotep, man.
I don't think she did. That's wild.
we going full hotep on this, man. Nah, man. She might have said it under her breath. Salute to Gary Reeve. He said, question it with the daytime show. So out to you, man. Salute. Lydia Garcia says, no African country will ever develop Frank Zanou. Yeah, African Professor video. Yeah, I know who he is. I watched several of his videos, man. Frank Zanou. Yeah, I've seen him like the last year. I came aware of him. Let me see. Keep your eye on her lips, man. Look, he puts his head down, right? He just took the knife out. That's normal. That's normal behavior, right? He takes his knife out. Everybody does that on the train. And puts his head back down. What made him then get up and think about it? What made him then change course and then get up? Something happened between this time and the time where he stabbed. Watch this. He takes his knife out, perfectly normal on the public train.
Normal.
What happened between that time he put his head down and he got up? Did she say? Could she have said something? You know what I mean? Like she could have said, like under her breath, like, all these fucking niggas on this train. Because he obviously changed gears. Like he switched gears. If he was, why didn't he just stab her right? Why didn't he just do it right there? Why didn't he just do it right there?
Why did he do it? Why did he do it at all?
You can't ask a logical question like that. It's a son, man. Because he felt like it.
Nah, Shamrock make a great point though, man. He was looking over her shoulder at her phone. And she could have been typing with her friend and used the son word. She could have used the son word, man.
Oh man, well if that's the case, yeah, man.
And he saw that he's trying to erase racism. Listen, he's in his mind, he's like, yo, we gotta erase racism from the planet. Anywhere you see racism, you gotta stamp it out. And she's texting to her friend, like, the friend's like, yo, where you at? Oh, I'm on the train. Oh, really? Are you coming over tonight? Yeah, I'm gonna be over there tonight, but I gotta stop at the house first. He's like, okay, well, we're gonna be here, man. You okay? Yeah, I'm all right, but it's just all these damn niggers on the train.
I don't think so. I don't think so, somehow.
Oh man.
I mean, we don't know, just because she got a Black Lives Matter thing in her room don't mean nothing. We know that. That don't mean nothing. That don't mean anything. If that's the case, man, we gotta. He might get off. He might beat this.
Yo, the fact that some people even came up with that is crazy.
He might beat this, man. He might beat this, yo.
Sons will try to find any angle, man. God, oh, man. If there wasn't video, they definitely would have made some shit up. They got in an argument. She spit on him and called him an N-word.
Oh, if there was no video, white people would be so frustrated right now.
or they'd be like, yeah, they went out or something, you know.
Remember the little football player? All the scenarios they came up because there was no video.
Carmelo, yeah.
They jumped them. They do it from,
Oh man.
Oh my god. Yeah, so y'all lucky. Y'all white folk lucky y'all got video of this joint. And it still might not help you, but oh my god. Yeah.
Yep. Is the Carmelo trial? Is that one coming out soon? All right. Is that trial coming out? The Carmelo?
Next year, isn't it? June.
Sorry, what'd you say?
Next June.
Oh, next June. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, unduly long. I mean, it's a straightforward case.
So he's out on bail, right?
Yeah, they're doing all sorts of dirty stuff. You know, really sick stuff.
You think maybe they figure like all the hostility will die down and he'll get a fair trial or something?
He needs to serve at least 20 years. That guy kid to serve 20 years, not be sentenced, but serve at least 20 years. It's outrageous.
Yeah, it's weird that they're not showing the tape.
Well, there is a tape, there is a video, but it's the distance. You can see the aftermath of it.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. It's there's quite a lot of witnesses. Most of them are underage. They've been trying to get their names and addresses.
Ah. Did they speak on camera, or they're just talking to the police?
No, they've been. His lawyers have been made a request to get the. They want to dox them.
Yeah, if I were them, I wouldn't say anything on camera either. These people are crazy on the internet. I'll just speak to the police, and that's it.
Where's that gone?
Oh, Aki, he said to hold it down for a second. Man. Yeah, man, that's crazy. Where do you live? You in the UK? Oh, London. Okay.
Yeah.
It's 11 o'clock over there.
10:10 now.
10. Okay.
10 past. Yeah.
How's London and the crime out there?
Well, I tend to avoid it for the most part. You know. I was nearly murdered in 1986, 87. Mugged down my road by a sun man, a half sun man, and a white one.
Okay. So
No, I think it was 1987. Yeah.
wow. With a knife.
Yeah, a black one had a knife slashing my legs. I was shouting murder, and the bloke in the top flat of one of the houses, he shouted out his window and they ran off.
Oh man. Yeah, man. That's why that you guys can't carry guns out there.
All right, check out the back chat. Is that what it's called? I put a link in there.
Hey, let me see. Private chat, yeah. Okay, I got you. Let me see. This is crazy, man. This is absolutely, positively bananas,
I
man.
didn't know she was wearing glasses.
Who? Who's wearing glasses?
Irina, she's wearing glasses.
She's wearing glasses?
Yeah. It looks like she's wearing glasses at the beginning.
Oh, wow. Oh, she must have took them off. Okay. Let me see.
Well, the glasses are like hanging are on her shirt when the stabbing commits. So the glasses were taken off and then are hanging on the collar of her shirt.
But she doesn't know she's been stabbed.
Okay. I see him. Wow.
This human piece of garbage stabbed this girl on a train for no reason whatsoever. The video, until now, stopped here, and the rest was left to imagination. But now we have more. Before I continue this, I will tell you there is no blood and the actual stab is not seen. But this video is horrific and nauseating. So that's your warning. Here's the continuation. It is just pure horror. Look at this girl's eyes. Tragic. She had to make eye contact with evil, and terror is on her face. Now the shock of realizing that something's wrong. She probably doesn't even know she's been stabbed yet, and the pain in her neck is probably just starting to creep in. And now she's left to cry as her life slips away, alone, because not a single person could offer her help, or even an "Are you okay?" You could give these people the benefit of the doubt, as perhaps they don't quite realize what happened, especially because it happened so quick and without warning. The guy walks down the train, which I've blurred to spare you the blood that's everywhere, and he seems to say, "I got that white girl." Then, while standing alone, he seems to utter his reason for this whole thing. After he leaves, you can hear some people finally discover what's happened. This video might be excruciating to watch, but it should be seen by everyone, because this is horrific, and it's being allowed to happen across the country. And the president is now talking about handling the problem.
There was also a horrible killing recently in Charlotte, where I talked about, and so many others. You know, when you have horrible killings, you have to take horrible actions.
For far too long, Americans have been forced to put up with Democrat-run cities that set loose savage, bloodthirsty criminals to prey on innocent people. Really very, very innocent people. In every place, they control radical left judges, politicians, and activists, and they've adopted a policy of catch and release for thugs and killers. In Charlotte, North Carolina, we saw the results of these policies when a 23-year-old woman who came here from Ukraine met her bloody end on a public train. And here's a picture of it. This is the picture of it. And this is a picture of the woman, a beautiful young girl that never had problems in life. with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's dead. She was slaughtered by a deranged monster who was roaming free after 14 prior arrests. We cannot allow a depraved criminal element of violent repeat offenders to continue spreading destruction and death throughout our country. We have to respond with force and strength. We have to be vicious just like they are. It's the only thing they understand. 24 of the top 25 most dangerous cities in America are run by Democrat mayors. 50 people were murdered in Chicago in recent weeks, with hundreds being shot. And it's time to stop this madness. The people of our country need to insist on protection, safety, law, and order. We have proven that it can be done because we did it right here in D.C., in District of Columbia. The capital of America was a bloodthirsty, horrible, dangerous place, one of the worst. And now it's a crime-free city, and we're going to keep it that way. It can be done. It can happen fast. All we want is, please, Mr. President, we need help. Chicago needs help. Other cities needs help. We'll do what has to be done because we're going to make America safe again. And that includes our big cities. We're going to make those cities safe. Thank you.
Uh-oh. You're on
Doc,
mute.
you're muted.
I'd never heard that. Is that real?
I don't know if it is. I know some people hyped up.
Yo, I didn't hear him. I never heard him. I didn't hear him. I didn't know he did it from the Oval Office. I saw him talk about it the other day at the airport, but I didn't know he talked about it from the Oval Office. Damn.
Democrats going to use that to scare some. You see?
Yeah, Willie Horton.
Willie, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
See?
Did he hit her jugular or something? Because you couldn't see any blood at all.
No, he had blood. What do you mean you couldn't see any blood at all? What are you talking
Well, she wasn't. I mean, she wasn't. She didn't know.
on her. It was.
That's common. Sometimes the stab feels like a punch.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I didn't see anything, and it could her life have been saved if somebody had helped her, press on her neck.
Yeah. This is going to be used to
This
be
is
like,
wild.
yeah, like this is
This
worse.
is wild.
Willie Horton.
Who's they? Who is they?
Wow,
Mr. Trump, what do you mean when you say they?
Exactly.
Yo, for the midterm elections, oh man, they're gonna be going crazy.
But I think, let me just say this. I think that the tide has turned on crime, and I think people are ready for something to be done about crime. So that's good.
Yeah.
When you hear Trump, when you just heard his soundbite, where do you think he is on this in terms of, like, obviously he can't come out on national television and be like, yo, these niggers are killing us. Like, he can't say that. Even though that's what is in fact happening. So where do you think he is? Is he just like a boomer conservative that like doesn't think race is real and blank slateism? Or is he like, on the Nick Fuentes end and he just has to hide it?
I think he's the same way he was with the Central Park Five. If you read his his he took out the full length ad in the paper back in 1989, I think, when it happened. His full length ad in the paper was based, okay, like even for that time, like, and that was a much realer time than it is now. That was let me see if I can find it, man.
That was like a different planet comparatively.
Do you know there's a channel devoted to that by a bloke called I can't remember. It's called Consider Culture. Have you seen that channel? It's all the videos on there.
No. So here goes. Let me read it, man. Salute to Nate Ways, man, aka Ricky Henderson, humming through once again, getting the ball rolling, man. Shout out to Nate Ways, man. Let me see. Christie, aka Michael Babe Ruth Jordan, Gold coming through once again. Says, my man is not a vampire. Welcome to daylight. Yeah, man. I had to, I think I've done like 5 daytime streams. What is this? This is the 10th. What is this? The 7th? I think I've done about at least 4 or 5 daytime streams this month, man.
I'll just put a link in. I'll just put a link. Consider culture.
Yeah, salute to Acoustic Christy Elps coming through, making a presence felt. That's what's up. Let me read this Trump. This is what he put out, and it had nothing to do with the Central Park Five. There were 2,000 murders a year in New York. So New York averaged 2,000 murders a year from the 80s to the mid 90s. 2,000 a year. They had 300 last year. Okay, just to give you a reference, they averaged 2,000 every year. So he says, what has happened to our city over the past 10 years? What has happened to law and order, to the neighborhood cop we all trusted to safeguard our homes and families? The cop who had the power under the law to help us in times of danger, keep us safe from those who would prey on innocent lives to fulfill some distorted inner need. What has happened to the respect for authority, the fear of retribution by the courts, society, and the police for those who break the law? Wantonly trespass. Who wantonly trespass on the rights of others. What has happened is the complete breakdown of life as we knew it. This is 1989. Many New York families, white, black, Hispanic, and Asian, have had to give up the pleasure of a leisurely stroll in the park at dusk. So this is probably why they tried to say it was about the Central Park Five. The Saturday visit to the playground with their families, the bike ride at dawn, or just sitting on their stoops, giving them up as hostages to a world ruled by the law of the streets, as roving bands of wild criminals roam our neighborhoods, dispensing their own vicious brand of twisted hatred on whomever they encounter. At what point did we cross the line from the fine and noble pursuit of genuine civil liberties to the reckless and dangerously permissive atmosphere which allows criminals of every age to beat and rape a helpless woman and then laugh at her family's anguish? And why do they laugh? They laugh because they know that soon, very soon, they will be returned to the streets to rape and maim and kill once again, and yet face no great personal risk to themselves. Mayor Koch has stated that hate and rancor should be removed from our hearts. I do not think so. I want to hate these muggers and murderers. They should be forced to suffer, and when they kill, they should be executed for their crimes. They must serve as examples so that others will think long and hard before committing a crime or an act of violence. Yes, Mayor Koch, I want to hate these murderers, and I always will. I am not looking to psychoanalyze or understand them. I am looking to punish them. If the punishment is strong, the attacks on the innocent people will stop. I recently watched a newscast trying to explain the anger in these young men. I no longer want to understand their anger. I want them to understand our anger. I want them to be afraid. How can our great society tolerate the continued brutalization of its citizens by crazed misfits? Criminals must be told that their civil liberties end when an attack on our safety begins. When I was young, I sat in a diner with my father and witnessed 2 young bullies cursing and threatening a very frightened waitress. 2 cops rushed in, lifted up the thugs, and threw them out the door, warning them never to cause trouble again. I miss the feeling of security New York's finest once gave to the citizens of this city. Let our politicians give back our police department's power to keep us safe. Unshackle them from the constant chant of police brutality. which every petty criminal hurls immediately at an officer who has just risked his or her life to save another's. We must cease our continuous pandering to the criminal population of this city. Give New York back to the citizens who have earned the right to be New Yorkers. Send a message loud and clear to those who would murder our citizens and terrorize New York. Bring back the death penalty and bring back our police. Donald J. Trump. Wow. That was crazy.
But in terms of his commitment to the race pill, it's highly ambiguous. It almost gives more questions for me than answers when I read that.
Well, listen, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. That's like going out on a date with a girl, right? You go on a date with this girl. You go to a nice restaurant. She laughs at all your jokes. You go back to the crib. She gives it up, and then you wake up in the morning and you're like, yeah, but we could have did more positions. It's like, I mean,
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm asking for a lot.
At some point, man, like just enjoy it. Just be happy, man.
Sure. But he just add that, like, all that pandering bullshit about, like, New York families, white, black, Asian. He could have just said New York families. He didn't need to add in that type of thing.
Well, it is true though. Like everybody, like who you think 90% of the victims of these homicides are?
Sure, but it's just kind of this, like, he clearly doesn't see race the way probably a lot of white people would want him to. Is basically what I'm saying.
I think he does, but I think too, like literally, like they were averaging 2,000 murders a year. 1,800 of those people were black.
Yeah.
Like just to say that, like, yeah, black people can't sit on the stoop no more. They can't, as well as whites, as well as Asians. Like, yeah, I mean, like,
we don't have 2,000 murders a year in this country, in the whole country.
Yeah, exactly. New York was a hellhole back in the 80s and the 90s.
I mean, when I hear this and then I see that clip of him a moment ago, yeah, all right, like, okay, sure, I'm asking for too many positions, pause, but yeah, maybe I'll put it like this. He's probably like a culture guy to some degree, right? Like he's a 90s leftist, right?
Oh yeah.
But I got to imagine, it's not binary, right? There's mixtures and things in between. So he's probably, part of him is race pilled to some degree. How could he not?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's doing a lot. He's doing everything with ICE. And then the fact that he put that picture up, I don't think any president would put that picture up.
Oh, I was shocked to see him put that up. That was like Biden wouldn't be caught dead doing that.
Yeah, nah. Clinton wouldn't do it.
No.
Bush wouldn't do it. Nah. I was shocked. I was like, oh shit.
Hey, yo, I will say this though. Like, if he were to go as far as what new guy's saying, I think that would undo.
Correct.
I think what he's doing right now, he's striking the right note, the
Yes.
right chord. You know what I mean? Like it's the reason why Backstreet Boys is more popular than like fucking Michael Bublé, or Britney Spears is more popular than Celine Dion, because sometimes you just want the mains. You know what I mean? You don't want like Pavarotti. You know what I'm saying? You ask him to be Pavarotti, but he just need to be fucking Justin Bieber and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, got to be a happy deal to be consumed by the masses.
Yeah, this is as far to the edge as you can go.
Currently, yes. Yeah. So he succeeded. And yeah, no, I'm not saying that he should go over the line. No, I agree with what you're saying. Don't go over the line and undo things, which is why I'm bringing up the question of, okay, so I kind of got to guess, extrapolate where is he in his mind compared to where he is verbally. And yeah.
Yo, Aka, Nick Tao asked for the link.
Oh, tell Dick Tao, man, come on tonight, man. 'Cause I
Okay,
gotta get out of here, man. But salute to Chili Bones. He says, I hate these effing sons. It wouldn't let me use the other letters. That's crazy. They know that they know the lingo. The algorithm knows the lingo. Shout out to Big Time, man. Big Time says, to the most racist son man I know, salute. No, when we segregated kids, you gotta live in Wakanda. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and listen, I did, man. I grew up in DC, man. Very segregated, man. I told you that, man. I'm used to that. It's okay. But I just want you to, in my part, as long as I'm part of the country, we're part of the same country, punish them son men severely when they step out of line. That's all I'm asking, man. Punish them severely. Salute to Tony Danza, man. He says hello, man. Shout out to Tony Danza, man. That's one of my favorite shows, man. Who's the Boss? That's one of my favorite shows, man. I love that show, man. Salute. Yeah. That's bad. That's the last time I liked Alyssa Milano, man, when she was a little girl, man. She got older, man. She went all woke and shit. But yeah, man. Great show, guys, man. Salute, man. Same black time, same black channel. Tonight, man, join us tonight at like 10 or 11, one of them times, man. You know the deal, man. Just chime in. If you don't get the notification, just check in at 10 or 11. I'm out of here.